From Cebu at forward, number 13, Brian Heruela. And also at forward from La Union, number 45, Brendan Ganuelas Rosser. From Magsaysay, Davao del Sur, number 22, Johnner Clarito. And from Calasiao, Pangasinan at forward, number 5, Gabe Norwood.
After his 24-point explosion just a couple of games ago. Tolkien again leading the charge here for our officials as the Shine Elasto Painters get the first basket in the first opportunity. Boy, I didn't even get to finish my first sentence, partner.
Well, you look at Anton Asisio, it's a great start for him. Obviously, he was the best player in game number 3, that game that so far Shine has only won. You want him to be able to try and get back in that confidence. You look at the game number 4, you know, Jordan Heading, Calvin Oftana, and Glenn Kubuntin combining and lifting TNT to 3 wins. Gotta love what they've done.
Pao, just a quick update on TNT's injury situation. Roger Pagoy remains sidelined with a grade 2 left hamstring strain. Now, while there are positive signs in his recovery, the team is taking a cautious approach. And not
Let's take a look at this first. Gian Mamuyak coming in on the elbow and scoring here, courtesy of the feed from Gabe Norwood. You know, Gian Mamuyak here in this particular series, 14 points in the third quarter, including a booming 4-pointer.
And that's the thing, Paul. You know, if you look at all the games this series, it's been the third quarter that's been the pivotal quarter. So
here's Anton Asisio. Swing the ball around to Kalen Chongson, who has been a stretch big here for Coach Yang Yao. Off the mark then. Oh, but the ball falls to Gian Mamuyak, who drains an easy 2. Oh,
Mamuyak now with 5 points in the ball game, 5 of the 7.
7 of 7. So it's actually, we're practically playing one-on-one with
Mamuyak and Oftana.
And yeah, so that's the setup here so far. Speaking of Calvin, here he is again, pull-up jumper, a bit too long. Here's Anton Asisio. Asisio, what a find to Jonah Clarito. And finally, a third member of anyone on the floor has gotten on the scoring column.
What we haven't seen really for Shine this series is their ability to run and push that basketball. You got to credit the defense of TNT in being able to get back and not allow them to get on the fast break.
And the thing with the Shine Elasto Painters is running and really controlling the pace is their strength. But Amon Basotros makes it a tie ball game here.
Well, this is that fast break. This is what we were talking about. Shine needing to be able to get on. And you gotta love that fight in him. And you know, you really think that he's gotten into the ball club that fits his style.
Great find there from BGR to Boy Era, the TNT Tropang 5G. But partner, he is a big miss here for Coach Yang Yao.
Well, especially he's able to get his points on the offensive rebound.
While quietly managing a left ankle sprain that he has been dealing with since game number 2. Now, despite the injury, Kalen says that his approach hasn't changed. He is just letting his game come to him. Well known for his rebounding athleticism since he was drafted, he admits that it has been tough getting back to full form. But for Kalen, it's all about the mindset, taking it one day at a time and focusing on doing whatever it takes to help extend the series today. Gentlemen.
Thank you so much for that report. That was Abe Escudero. Didn't know about that left ankle sprain there, but it's great to see him out there and still trying to perform as best as he could, just like our own Abe Escudero. Now let's take a look at this. Oh, what a find to Gian Mamuyak. Calvin Oftana hit a 3 just a while ago, and Gian has been striking back.
Paul, what I like about Shine right now is they're moving well without that basketball. That's why they're getting easy looks, they're getting layups.
Gian Mamuyak has 14 points in this game, and we have 4 minutes and 40 seconds left here this first quarter. As Calvin Oftana says, wait a minute, let me do some more. 19-18, TNT in charge, courtesy of that 3-pointer. But Gian Mamuyak is not done yet either.
And that's 5, right?
Yeah, just 5. And partner, here's a fun fact. Nagulat si Coach Yang that himself only has 2 technical fouls.
This conference.
Yes.
Kasi cumulative yan per conference?
Yes. Came out in, I believe, in game number 2. Last game, Brian Heruela with a plus 20, despite not having the statistical numbers in the point category.
You know, Paul, what's interesting? You know,
Adrian Nocum with a quick crossover as a good defensive stop there from Boy Era. TNT running. Aurin to Glenn Cobunte. Well, you partner, let's take a look at that because the turnover count, yes, TNT have been averaging 17.5 turnovers per game. But in terms of points of turnovers, Rain or Shine only average 14.5 points per game. So really, they are not converting as much as they want to off turnovers against TNT.
You want to be able to convert a little bit more on those 17.5 turnovers.
Yes, sir, as Andre Karakot gets that going. Again, Andre Karakot, great game last time around as Kim Aurin drains a triple.
And set up your players open for that three-point shot. But because of that almost turnover, you lost the opportunity.
Adrian Noko. Oh, quick crossover yet again. And Adrian Noko heading against Karakot. A pick comes from Kitatu. That one shuffled off to Glenn Cobuntin. Calvin Oftana running with him, but Cobuntin doesn't need any help.
Side, but getting called for that foul.
Take a look at this. As Glenn Cobuntin has found a way to pitches it to Adrian Nocum. Nocum against Brian Heruela. Santillan, no good there. Oh, what a leap coming from Alonzo. Barangay Ginebra against San Miguel. And that is a bad miss there from Adrian Nocum. And Cobuntin is off to the races yet again. And Glenn Cobuntin has been running the floor like a madman.
We're getting on the fast break. They know that they need to be able to push that ball. Also, that energy. If you're TNT, you want to keep the game close.
Andre Caraco with a nice one-handed floater. You know, him and Santillan have had low-key some of the best floaters in this series, especially for Rain or Shine. Heading, pulls up for three, gets that to go straight away. Which is the most number of tattoos.
Yes.
As Galinato obviously will not be able to win that title, considering he only has one arm. Oh! And Jonard Clarito.
Without playing the ball game yet, you're like, okay, you know what? If TNT loses, it's okay.
Yeah.
Right? But they also understand that they want to close out Rain or Shine already in game number 5. Keep that mentality of being able to finish Rain or Shine in 5 games.
Oh, Gian Mamuya is not done yet. Already at 18 points in this game. Now to Brian Heruela. Again, coming off a great game, defensively especially, in game number 4. Calvin Oftana shooting over Porter. Calvin Oftana, 15 points in this game, making the lead 39-36.
Pao, did you see the changeup, right? Past 3 times he's been settling for jumpers. Hasn't been successful. Next time around, takes it closer.
Jim Mamuya finally stopped in that possession. Oh, what a block! As Jonard Clarito is able to knock that off the head of Kim Aurin. Take a look at that again. Gets the block.
Good block.
Oh, that actually might have already been. We all know that he has the pedigree to come up with solutions here in the series. As Calvin Oftana left wide open and gets a 3-ball. Finds Aram in the corner. That's no good, but he almost gets his own miss. Here's Jonard Clarito. 2 black shirts in front of him. They go to Kalen Chongson, who pulls up for 3, and he gets it to fall. Take a look at this first with Kalen Chongson getting that bit in rhythm, bit in flow, stepping into the 3-pointer. Jordan heading. Now to Calvin Oftana. Big pick from Poy Aram as Porter trying to stay with Oftana. And you know what?
Is he hurt?
Calvin Oftana.
I don't know.
20 points in this game already.
I don't know.
Oh, Gian Mamuya gets a black shirt on the ground. And Jonard Clarito strikes back with 3. But of course, still, despite the high emotions of one game, you go to the next and you still perform.
Move on.
Yes, oh! And what a hit there coming from Adrian Nocum. That's a 3-pointer.
I mean, you look at what happened with Coach Trot and JP Aram as well in the previous conference.
Oh yeah, they have a colorful history.
And you look at the next game that he played, game number 6, he was the best player of that game.
Here's Kim Aurin sailing in for 2. Again, what a get here for TNT. Kalen Chongson, Adrian Nocum thinking about it. Sidestep 3. Can't make it back-to-back as Jordan Heading gets the rebound. Heading to BGR. BGR size advantage, and he uses it.
There is some history.
Yeah. Let's take a look at this here. So he gets it and then basically goes in for the inbound
So
forcefully.
could be called for second motion.
Yeah. That his skill travels well.
Yes. And you like the attitude, right? He's like, he does not need to be the highest pointer all the time. He knows that he's got teammates that can score as well. And other days, the other guys are playing better than him.
John Clarito with a long two there, 51 to 48. As, of course, as much as we're talking about Calvin Octana, John's like, hey, let's talk about Rain and Shine first. 51 to 48. 140 left here in the second quarter as Kim Aurin finding Glenco Bundin. Glenco Bundin has always found a way.
He finds ways,
always
right?
finds a way to contribute in the biggest moments. And here is Jonathan Clarito. Oh, that's a three-pointer.
I feel they need a big game from Jonathan Clarito. This guy, you know, we've seen that he is one of the pillars of Rain or Shine. And when he shows that toughness, that energy, it just flows through everyone.
You know what, Jonathan Clarito, when he had that big 20 rebound or so game, people were wondering, can he keep it going? And, you know, he wasn't really pressured because it's really his effort and the force he has in every play that makes him special for Rain or Shine. They go to the corner. Kalen Johnson, no good. Gabe Norwood keeping this alive. Gian Mamuyak on the drive, on the attack, and he gets himself up to 20.
Just got such that pull-up.
Their goal is to consistently lower their turnovers to around just 12.
And they've got 11 already
in the first half.
Exactly. So that's something that they cannot keep on continuing, again, if they want to be able.
Big offensive impact in this game, as Santi Santillan is going to be hoping to change that momentum.
Oh, we know Santillan can.
Offensively, it's aggressiveness or nothing, and on defense, he is focused on doing more to help secure rebounds, especially with Rain or Shine's size disadvantage. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thanks so much for that report, Bea Escudero, with that. Kim Aurin, right cut or right time, open basket, easy two for him.
Well, good ball movement is what we've seen for TNT. Again, you know, it's about the team. They're talking about them being able to help each other out.
Take a look at this with Keith Dato working on BGR. Gets that basket and one. Bea mentioned a while ago in her report, as we take a look at this again, Keith Dato showing off his post moves here. And there is another turnover. Now already beyond the 12 turnover goal that they're trying to maintain themselves with. Elasto Seal, Pioneer Elasto Seal, tibay defense. Sa tag-init o tagulan, Elasto Seal mo yan, has been causing them problems all throughout the game. We'll be right back. Don't go away. But of course, they also had Ronde Hollis Jefferson as part of it. As Galinato misses from close range and goes strong instead and scores two.
He wanted to redeem himself there.
Oh,
he missed that wide open layup.
And she showed off his force there as well. Andre Caraco weaving, settles for his own shot, and Andre Caraco here in the third quarter has turned the page.
Well, it's a tryout, like he said, right? He needs to be able to up his game in the third to be able to finish the ball game for Rain or Shine.
If he keeps on playing like this, he won't get cut for the fourth quarter. Simon Enciso looking for a quick three, and he gets it. Jonathan Clarito barging his way and giving it to Santillan, looking for the long-range bomb. Jonathan Clarito sniffs out of a rebound, and he is able to clean it up.
Well, you can see that toughness defensively. They are making stops. They're making it difficult, forcing turnovers to TNT. TNT has only scored 9 in this quarter.
There are moments wherein Jonathan Clarito really reminds me of the rebounding of Freddy Abuda. As right now, it's Simon Enciso looking for another triple, and he gets it. Important three-pointers here for Simon Enciso as TNT are fighting their way back into this one. Almost a turnover, but Jema Muyak still has it. Mamu escaping Galinato. Gives it to a wide open Andre Caraco. Tees up a triple, and he gets it a ball. Donacisio. Now to Jonathan Clarito. Size advantage over Jordan Heading, trying to find Kalen Chong. So it eventually gets to him, and he eventually gets the three. As we take a look at Kalen Chongson's three ball, that makes it a 20-point ball game in favor of the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. This third quarter has been a dream for Rain or Shine. Don't go away, we'll be right back. And congratulations to Adrian Nocum for that as well. And there is another steal right at the top. Finding Jonah Clarito, trying to get Jordan heading to get up, but he'll score 2 anyway.
And another turnover.
Another turnover at the point of attack. I believe it's turnover number 7 in the quarter alone.
And by my count, maybe 24 points off turnovers.
10 steals against 1. And right now, defensively, Rain or Shine have just been going at it. Jordan Clarito will be hit by Mike Malonzo against Varilla. Hand off to Nokum. Nokum attacking Heruela. Donasisio tees up a triple. Doesn't seem like it's going to be happening this time around, especially with the third quarter of Rain or Shine.
Well, also, you got to remember, Coach Reyes not here
Yes.
for TNT, and that's big, right? And, you know, a lot of it is putbacks. A lot of it is, you know, getting himself open.
Oh, and Donasisio buries a 4-pointer. He loves the smart Ernest Coliseum. Here's Kim Aurin. But not like that. On near turnover here, Simon Enciso saw the shot clock, pulls up, and he gets it anyway. Finish. Bea Escudero has this report. Bea.
In the TNT huddle, the message was clear: play with urgency. Coach Josh Reyes reminded the team that this is not a game they can afford to lose, which is why he brought back Calvin Oftana, hoping to spark one final push with his top offensive option. But down on the bench, even veteran Jason Castro observed that the body language isn't where it needs to be. It is as if they still have a cushion to fall back on. So the lack of focus has shown in their execution, with TNT continuing to turn the ball over at crucial stretches. Coach Josh is now pushing for sharper decision-making and a stronger finish down the stretch. Gentlemen.
Thank you so much for that report. That was Bea Escudero. Simon Enciso gets another 3-pointer. Remember, Rain or Shine is 1 point away from the 100-point mark here. What has been a fantastic quarter, rather fantastic second half. As Glenn Cobundin gets a 3-ball. Santillan handing it off to Adrian Noku. Noku, Keith Datu. Datu pulls up for 3. Datu unable to get that to go. Santillan cleans it up. Santillan, again, has not had the greatest of series against TNT Tropang 5G.
And that's what happens at times, right? It's a matchup thing.
Glenn Cobundin driving inside, finding Amon Bosotros. Needs to go here, short shot clock. Desperation 2, no good. Galinato with the cleanup. They don't want Rain or Shine to get any momentum, but then time is not on their side. Talking about TNT. Glenn Cobundin gets a 2-pointer and has shown the level of toughness. He's undersized against some of the matchups that he has been assigned to, but he never shirks from it. As Adrian Nokum gets a 3-pointer. And that's important here for Rain or Shine as they are looking to put TNT to bed.
Oh, that's wide open.
2 wide open there for Kim Aurin as Ildefonso will check in the next opportunity.
You want to see the effort if you're TNT, and the guys are showing the effort right now, being able to cut down that lead.
Renato comes in, and this will be the first minutes, by the way, for Sean Ildefonso here in this game.
And I like this move by Coach Ian Giao, trying to keep Nokum fresh for Sunday. They think that this is already pretty much that they're okay.
Well, given the spread that they have, why not? As Keith Datu gets a 2 inside.
The spread that they have and how they've been, you know, moving the ball well.
Galinato driving at Keith Datu, using his size, and that's an easy 2 for him. And Keith Datu actually apologizes straight away, saying that he should have held his ground. Here's Santillan. Donasisio, who hit a 4-pointer a while ago, as well as a 3. Santillan against Cobundin. Gets a nice jumper to fall. And Santi Santillan is going to be hoping that he can carry this over to the next game.
He's got 7 points in this ball game, hoping to earn more minutes in the upcoming game.
You know, for Coach Yang Giao, in the last 2 conferences, he has only been able to manage to win game number 3. And this, I'm going to be hoping that that's also the max, that he's going to be out just a week. Here is Amon Bosotros, a little hesitation and a nice 2-pointer here for Almond. And of course, with the series going into a 3-2 spread here with the Tropang 5G still in charge. It's a 4-pointer from Simon and Ciso. Handing off to Vosotros. Of course, it has been an up and down series for both teams actually. Vosotros getting the jumper to fall. You know, you also in a semifinal series against a TNT Tropang 5G. Nieto unable to get that to go, but then the follow is good for Paul Barilla. 113.97. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have another game in this series with the TNT Tropang 5G falling to the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters. They were the walking wounded. They were out a lot of players here. Talk about the TNT Tropang 5G. RR Pogo is still in street.